This is High School Sports, the show about which sports are actually worth your time. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15 every week. They break it down so you actually get it.
Which sports are actually worth your time. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're diving in literally to swimming, the full-body sport that might just outlast every other sport you try.
Bold claim, Robbie. You sure you're not just saying that because you own too many pairs of goggles?
I own exactly 4 pairs, and that is a completely normal number. Thank you very much.
So let's start with the basics. Why do people call swimming a full-body sport?
Because when you swim freestyle, you're engaging something like 80% of your muscle groups simultaneously. That's basically everything firing at once.
Your arms are pulling, your legs are kicking, your core is rotating, and your lungs are desperately begging you to breathe.
And unlike running, the water supports your body weight, so your joints aren't taking a pounding with every stroke.
That's actually huge. A lot of athletes switch to swimming after knee or hip injuries because it lets them keep training without the impact.
Olympic sprinters, basketball players, even marathon runners use pool sessions to recover and cross-train. It's like the sport that plays nicely with every other sport.
Meanwhile, swimming is also just quietly one of the most popular recreational activities on the planet.
According to the World Aquatics Federation, over 1 billion people swim regularly worldwide. 1 billion.
That's roughly 1 in 8 people on Earth just casually doing laps or splashing around on any given week.
And yet somehow swimming still feels underrated when people talk about sports to pick up in high school.
Probably because the early learning curve is real. If you don't know proper technique, you exhaust yourself in like 20 meters.
True. Bad swimmers fight the water, good swimmers work with it. That's actually the whole secret right there.
So what are the main competitive strokes? Walk us through them.
You've got 4: freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. Freestyle is fastest. Butterfly is the one that looks impossibly hard because it is.
Butterfly is genuinely brutal. You're doing this whole body dolphin wave motion while your arms windmill over your head simultaneously.
Elite butterfly swimmers at the Olympics cover 50 meters in under 23 seconds. That's a pool length in less time than it takes to tie your shoes.
Meanwhile, I take about 45 seconds and arrive at the wall personally offended by the experience.
Breaststroke is the oldest competitive stroke. People have been swimming it for centuries, and it's still the one most beginners feel comfortable with.
It's also the slowest of the 4, which gives you time to think about your life choices.
Backstroke is interesting because you're racing blind. You have to count your strokes to know when the wall is coming.
That's wild to me. You're going full speed backward and trusting math to save your face.
Elite swimmers practice that counting until it's completely automatic. Spatial awareness trained to an almost eerie level.
Let's talk about the fitness side because the numbers are kind of staggering.
Swimming freestyle at a moderate pace burns roughly 500 to 700 calories per hour, comparable to running but with zero impact on your knees.
And your cardiovascular system gets a serious workout because the water pressure on your chest actually makes your heart and lungs work harder than on land.
Swimmers famously develop enormous lung capacity. Michael Phelps reportedly had a lung capacity of about 8 liters, nearly double the average adult.
The average person holds around 4 to 5 liters. 8 liters is just a different category of human.
He also had a wingspan of 6 feet 7 inches with a height of 6 feet 4, which is basically being built by a swimming-specific algorithm.
Okay, but here's what I think is the most interesting thing about swimming as a sport for life.
Hit me.
You can genuinely do it into your 80s and 90s. There are masters swimming competitions for athletes over 90 years old.
That is not something you can say about basketball or football. The body just doesn't cooperate past a certain point in high-impact sports.
Swimming keeps the cardiovascular system strong, maintains muscle tone, preserves joint mobility. It's basically a longevity cheat code.
Studies have found that regular swimmers have mortality rates about 50% lower than sedentary people. That's a massive difference from one activity.
So you're saying pick up swimming now at 15 and you're basically investing in a healthier version of yourself at 75.
Exactly. Most sports you age out of. Swimming ages with you, which is a genuinely rare thing.
If someone wants to start, what's the move? Just show up at a pool and start flailing?
Honestly, a few lessons to nail technique first is worth every minute. Bad habits in swimming are really hard to unlearn later.
Most high schools and YMCAs have beginner swim programs, and once you've got the strokes down, you're set for life with almost no equipment needed.
A pair of goggles, a swimsuit, access to a pool. That's it. One of the lowest gear costs of any serious sport.
Compare that to hockey or golf, and swimming is practically free.
Bottom line, swimming builds strength, protects your joints, trains your lungs, and it's a sport you'll still be doing when you're old enough to have grandkids cheering you on.
And it turns out 1 in 8 people on Earth already figured that out. Maybe it's time the rest of us caught up.
Thanks for swimming with us today. I'm Robbie, she's Terry, and we'll see you next week on High School Sports.